All right, everyone, welcome to a live scrimcast here. We got Big Ego Crew on the Legion side going to be taking on FiveBabushka here on the Hellborn side. A lot of these players you should be very familiar with. We should have a good series here on our hands. Looks like we got Dutch missing here today. We got Soul stepping in for him. And I believe this is our Hellborn side's main roster, as far as I am aware. So we already have the blind bands taken out here. We have Calamity, Sir Bensington, and Dr. Repulsor going to be banned out here by Big Ego Crew. So they are addressing those core laning heroes. And we have the Magnus, the Chipper, and the Engineer here going to be banned out from Team FiveBabushka. So different style of bans here from both sides. We got the secondary supports as well as the Initiator and Magnus. Very flexible hero there. So we see the different style of bans coming out from the two teams. So we have our Legion side here with the first pick. They will take the Empath here. So they are going to start it off with a support, which does lead me to believe they're going to want to pick up some kind of a hard carry here. In game number one, we're going to see both the Aluna and the Rally picked up here by our Hellborn side. So they pick up quite possibly a pair of supports, but also possibly a position 3 Rally here on that second pick. And there we go. We have the Torture and the Midas. So the Torture, as we see Mr. Volka there in the chat for Wig. That's me, the caster. He is very excited, as we can tell, to play that Torture. That is arguably his new favorite hero, and he has been playing it quite a lot here in the past week or so. We don't see. Oh, this is Mex. Uh, I guess he hasn't been playing it on this account, but he's been playing quite a lot of Torture, so he is no doubt going to be very happy to get that drafted for him by Mr. Shortcan. So that will be the first 5 picks of the match. We got the secondary bans almost complete here. So now we see our Hellborn side switching it up. They are now banning out those carries. So we see Hammerstorm, Shadowblade, and Malakin going to be banned out here by FiveBabushka. They get rid of some of those strength and tanky carries. Even the Shadowblade, you could argue, could be played as a strength hero, but that will be their bans. Then we have the Puppet Master, the Sandwraith, and Flint Beastwood going to be banned out here by Big Ego Crew. So 6 carries, both teams needing that late game scaling hero. These 6 will not be available in the pool any longer. So we now have Team FiveBabushka with two picks to follow up those bans, and they will get that last pick of the match. They have 70 seconds to kind of think it over here, what they want to pick up. I'm expecting to see either a mid or a carry pick going to be shown here. And most likely the secondary support or position 3 to be that second pick. And then they will save either the carry or the mid hero for that last pick. So we'll see in just a few seconds here what they will decide to go for. We're going to see that Master of Arms. So again, another hero similar to the Rally, can be played in a multitude of roles. We could very well see a secondary support Master of Arms with the core Rally, and we can very well see something like that position 1 Master of Arms as a carry with Rally as more of a secondary support, or even as an offlaner. So still very versatile in their picks here. And they are going to go with the Forsaken Archer. So they do go with a hard carry here. Now I think we can say for certain that this Master of Arms will be played as a secondary support, and this will be a core Rally in that position 3 role. And then we will see the mid as the last pick for our Hellborn side. Now we have the final 2 picks of the game here to follow up the Empath, Torture, and Midas picks. Looks like we will still see another support as well as a carry. Gonna be interested to see what kind of hard carry they decide to go for with that Empath. I feel like that does give them quite a lot of options going up against that Forsaken Archer to try to contest him in that late game, as he will be buffed up with that as one from the empath. Very, very strong here. We'll see if they go with something like a strength carry, or if they go with some kind of early game option to kind of end the game very quickly, going up against that FA, who is no doubt going to be a big threat once the late game rolls around. So they actually go with a Defiler here as well as a Deadwood. They are not going to go for a hard carry here. They are going to say, hey, we see you have a Forsaken Archer. We're going to try to win this game by around the mid game by pushing down your towers with that Unholy Expulsion from that Defiler. So very interesting decision there. They go for a more or less forward range lineup with Torture and Defiler as the two scaling heroes here. And now we get to see in the next couple of seconds here the last pick coming out for our Hellborn side. Bombardier. So they will go with that Bombardier for that mid lane. That will be their position 2. And they have a pretty solid lineup overall. So expecting to see a pretty exciting game here, game number 1. I would say, if anything, that the Legions lineup is a little bit more of an unconventional style, as they don't have a true hard carry in their draft, but with both the Torture and the Defiler, heroes that can scale and be played as cores into the mid and late game, I think it's safe to say we're going to see a very action-packed game here with lots of team fighting. So, as a caster and a spectator, I am not going to be too sad by that by all means. So we actually have Shortcan playing the Deadwood here. I did mention they are missing Dutch here, who is their carry player. So we do have Shortcan here with a Hatchet. He's going to be playing a farming position. This is going to be looks like a second support Midas actually, with a position 3 Deadwood. And then we're going to have a core Torture, most likely in either the position 1 or position 2, with Defiler as the secondary or primary core there being played in the mid lane. So very interesting decisions here. It looks like they're laning the empath with the Torture, and they're going to put that Defiler in that mid lane to start off here. Looks like we might see an aggressive tri-lane coming out from our Hellborn side. We have Forsaken Archer, Aluna, and Master of Arms. So not the longest stuns coming out to set up that crippling volley from Forsaken between the Emerald, Lightning, and the Overcharge shot. This is 1.2, and then we have 1.25. So very short stun duration, but if he's able to land that crippling volley, they get that immobilized for 1.5 seconds. Between having triple range, they will have lots of damage between the 3 of these heroes. Then we have Rally going into the short lane to solo against the Deadwood and the Midas. Hopefully they can force some rotations there. Midas, if he is to be played in a tri-lane with that Empath and Torture, he would not be the most effective, as he does need levels. He does want that level 4 as quickly as possible to have that transmute on the ultimate. Then we have Bombardier against Defiler. I think safe to say that is a pretty even matchup for the most part. Both heroes very, very strong laners. Very good wave clear between both, so runes could definitely come into play here in the mid lane. But I think the Hellborn side, with the way they are laning this, they are going to get what they want out of this laning phase, which is to get farm on their Forsaken Archer. And they know that he is kind of their key hero this game. If he can get the farm in the early game and kind of snowball into the mid game, he can contest that Torture and Defiler once they start to build into those tanky team fighting kind of items to scale into that mid game. So we are almost underway here, as we are in a vote to pause, as you can see. Oh no, Torture, he could be running into them here. The Ward of Sight is down. There are the stuns happening. The defensive wall coming out from Embath. Do they have the damage? Yes, they do. The triple ranged auto attacks, and Torture will get bloodlusted here down at the bot lane. It's Ward of Sight. They're thinking about maybe going more. They have the spells coming up. We have Overcharge Shot in 1 more second. They are going to go for more here. There's the Crippling Volley, and that is going to be a second kill, and it is a double tap coming out for the Master of Arms. And guess what? He is off to 3,000 gold per minute to start off game number 1 here. So, see what items Master of Arms decides to pick up here. I'm expecting to see the Marchers. We're going to see Torture walk back to the lane here. Empath will TP. And I think they might have an idea that there is a ward here, but they just don't have the resources at the moment here. So mid lane, we got 1 and 2 Defiler against 2 and 0 Bomb. Still very early on. Deadwood should more or less be getting free farm up here, with Rally occasionally getting a couple of last hits. But I think it's safe to say with the tri lane down here, we should be expecting the action to be down in the bot lane, at least for now. Oh, they're going to do a nice job of stealing one of those creeps. And fast, she could be in some trouble here. She's going to take a combo. The Luna did not spec her stun. She did get the power throw, so don't have that secondary stun. Torture is getting a couple of last hits here. He's going to pick up 4 last hits. So I think what I pointed out here is that Midas will most likely not make any rotations until he gets that level 4. He's going to put some pressure here on the Rally. Deadwood is coming over. He's going to try to line up a grasp here. See if he can line it up correctly. He is going to throw out the root. Very good patience there from Shorecan. Beautiful root to land on that Rally, and he will go down. So they do get a kill up there in that 1 versus 2 lane. Meanwhile, mid lane, it looks like we have Master of Arms camping that rune. Sticky Bomb is applied from Bombardier. This could be a kill here as Defiler. He is very aggressive here. Overcharge shot going to come out on top. Bottle sips are happening, but just too much damage between the illusions. And Defiler will fall. He was doing quite well, 10 and 3, but Bomb doing 9 and 2 on the creep score. So quite even in the mid lane. And a good job from Master of Arms there to set up that gank attempt with the illusion rune. So bottom lane, we continue to have FA doing very well. She is 14 and 7 against a 4 and 0 Torture. Very, very understandable here. And then similarly, we have the Deadwood with 15 last hits up in the top lane. Rally, he is on 11 creep kills, so there's going to be a Rotten Grasp landed here. The Golden Salvo from Midas, he does have the Warp, but Rally with the Power Supply and the Health Potion, he will be just fine. Luna is going to spot out that Word of Sight here. But Torture, he's not letting him counter ward this for free. He's going to make him try to earn it. So we have Empath now rotating into the mid lane. The wall is unfortunately not going to block Bombardier. So Master of Arms has rotated up here with Rally. This is now a more or less 2 versus 2 lane. Master will try to camp the rune here. Throws out the stun. He will get that Merrick's rune with that gold. Bottom rune, the wall will block off Bombardier. Empath will get that bottled up for the Defiler. So both teams making a point there to control those runes. The Legion side getting a little bit of the better trade there with the double damage spawning on their favor. Top lane, we have Deadwood getting a kill there onto the Master of Arms. Rally does have his Compel, needs another auto attack. He will get the kill there on the Midas. And oh, this could be another kill there on the Deadwood. He's going to line up a Rotten Grasp here, and that should get him the distance actually, as the Compel was not coming up for another few more seconds. Stun coming in the bot lane, the crippling volley to follow. Emerald stun on top. The trees actually respawned there at the 5-minute mark, so the acid bomb actually gets the kill. They were trying to leave that kill for the Forsaken Archer, but with the trees respawning, goes the way of Master of Arms. Meanwhile, Rally up in the top lane. He has the bottle. He's going to try to do some juking here on the tree line. There is the Lion's Pride. Will the root hit from Shortcan? It will not. It was just out of range. And Rally, he will be a little bit too slippery here. I think he will get the safety. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we have the Acid Bomb down. There's going to be an airstrike. And Empath will fall. And they will get a kill there on the mid lane. And it is now a 6-3 hero kill lead for our Hellborn side. So, team, well, not team, but their name is FiveBabushka. They're off to a pretty good start here in game number 1. The runes are spawning here in about 5 seconds. We have a fight possibly going to brew here at the top. Rune Rally being very greedy here for that rune. He even had the uphill vision here. A little bit questionable to try to get that rune when it was very dangerous for him to do so. So he will bottle it up. It was a regeneration, but it did cost him his life. So we got Deadwood already, 370 gold per minute. Defiler, she is the top GPM in the game, despite having that one death. She is farming 41-6 compared to the 27-3 of Bombardier. So Defiler doing an excellent job in terms of last hits. He is more or less on par with the Forsaken Archer. We have Defiler smoking to the bottom lane with that Unholy Expulsion activated. Torture, he's looking to line up a double stun here with that Impale. And now the Defiler is here with the slow from the Soul's, the faint, what's that spell called? The Siphon Soul. They are not able to bring down the Forsaken. She's just too slippery with the Ghost Marchers. And meanwhile, we had a TP away from Aluna. So they do an excellent job of avoiding death here from this rotation. Just not enough damage between the Torture and the Defiler. As they went for different targets there. Link gonna come out here from Empath. The Sticky Bomb will miss. The stun will be applied here. The wall comes out from Empath with some body blocks coming in. Is this going to be enough for a kill on the Bombardier? Those taunts are coming out, and Empath will get credit for the kill. Meanwhile, in the top lane, we had a Willowmaker used on the Rally on top of a Rotten Grass with Midas for the assistance. Mech's getting credit for that kill as always. And then bottom lane, the kills are just going non-stop. We have Torture getting dove there. Not even piercing arrows going to be used for that kill. So it is now a 7-6 hero kill lead as our Legion side picks up a couple of kills. And if we take a look at the GPM chart again, we still have the same story. 2 players doing well for Big Ego Crew. And majority of the farm here on the Forsaken for now, with Bombardier falling a little bit behind with that death at 250 gold per minute. Transient going to be landed there by Midas. The Rod Grass on top. And is it going to be too much damage for Rally? He gets the Compel off, but the second Oak Boat coming out from Deadwood, and he is on an ultimate warrior streak. Just great teamwork and staggering of the lockdown there. We're able to bring down Rally. That is now his 4th death of the match. We have Defiler going at it with Bombardier here. She's going to use the silence. She has a haste rune activated. She's looking for Bomb. He's going to do a nice juke. There's the wave of death. But here comes an airstrike, and Defiler has overextended way too far. Max is going to miss that golden salvo to snipe out the Master of Arms. Power throw will come in, but not going to be enough for a kill. So they do lose their Defiler as they go for a very aggressive dive there in the mid lane. So we have Brass Knuckles now on the Forsaken Archer. She continues to be farming in that long lane. Deadwood, he has the Lex Talionis picked up on top of the Steam Boot, so he is a very tanky boy now. Very farm, sitting on almost 1200 life. Rally gonna do some jungling here, it looks like. He is not having a good time so far this game. We have the 10-minute rune about to spawn here. We got Midas with the bottle from Deadwood. And Defiler, so they're going to camp both runes. Might as well get an invisibility. We got a crippling volley into a piercing arrows down at the bot lane on the Torture. That will be too much damage for Torture, who's only on 720 HP to survive. Rotten Grasp into the Transmute. No Willowmaker necessary. Just so much damage coming out from both the Deadwood and the Midas. No clear cutting there. Luna going to do a Deja Vu. Juke. And will they go for this dive is the question. They are looking to go for it. Rotten Grasp will land. And the Transmute will connect and stop the TP. Excellent use of the spells there. Guessing through Fog. And they get the kill there on the Illuna. And he will have to walk to his next destination now with that teleport on cooldown. So Torture, he's trying to get some farm now. He's under 200 GPM. Top lane, Deadwood is going to get the tower. Now we have a lot of ports coming in. Will this come at a cost of his own life? Does have the Willowmaker. He will get a return kill. 1 versus 3. It will come at a cost, but he gets the tower and kill on the rally before they bring him down. That is a huge play coming out from our Deadwood, who almost made the escape. We have Defiler. Once again, Veiled Rotted up here with that Unholy Expulsion. She is going to try to go for this kill here on the Forsaken Archer. Wave will connect here. But FA a little bit too slippery there. He has the Vestments picked up as well. Veiled Rod here on the Midas is going to land the Transmute on the Master of Arms, but they're going to decide this is not what they were hoping to set up. Got Bombardier now with the Steam Boots and the Vestments. He is 336 gold per minute. The Siphon Soul is up on the Master of Arms. It will force out the Master's Call. He will put the Acid Bomb down, but there's the wall from Empath, and now Master of Arms, he could be in some trouble. The Round Grasp will miss, but there's just too much damage as Mex gets that kill on the Midas with that Golden Salvo slow. And meanwhile, in the bot lane, we're going to have Rally going in for a slam, the airstrike as well. I don't know if they needed both of that. They even used the Illuna power throw from downtown, so plenty of damage there to bring down Torture. I think they could have killed him about 2 times over with all the spells that they used there. But now they have the Whispering Helm on Forsaken Archer, and she will rotate into the jungle where they've made some double stacks for her. She will try to continue her farm. She's almost 500 gold per minute, but they still, it is pretty even across the board. We almost have an identical golden experience on both sides. Both teams having 2 players with quite a bit of farm, and then the remaining 3 all pretty much shut down between 150 and 200 gold per minute. So the Rally, he's almost got his Steam Boots. Again, with the 6 deaths, he's not really where he wants to be. But top lane, they're trying to get the catch here. They get the overcharge shot on the Dead with the Acid Bomb is down. The Skeleton King from Forsaken will grip him down, but they just don't have enough hard disables here to keep that Deadwood in place. He is just too tanky, and with that clear cutting, a little bit too slippery. So they will force a lot of rotations here from our Hellborn side. They will eventually get that counter ward there on that Ward of Sight that was in their jungle. We have the link coming out from the Empath here. Crap, what's that command? There we go. I knew that. So who got that rune? Did Defiler get it? No. Somebody got that rune. It's going to be invisibility here on the Master of Arms. Tower will go down here in the bot lane. Rally, he will fall once again. That damage from Defiler and Torture is just so darn much. But we have Master of Arms with the invisibility as well as Bombardier. Picks up the spell shards. He is Veiled Routed here from the flank. They are looking to set up a team fight here if they can get the right target down. They are going to get the kill there on the Torture with the airstrike on top of the Aluna it's up on top of the Master of Arms stun. And we have Firebrand picked up on the FA. Lex into the portal key from Deadwood. He will lock down the Bombardier, and that will be enough for the kill. Master of Arms now in response, also going to go down as well as he was out of position. They get 2 quick kills here, and the portal key Deadwood coming into play now. Big Ego Crew capitalizing here with that portal key pickup to force some kills. Defiler very quietly picking up her farm. She is almost 500 GPM herself. She picks up a Searing Light on top of those Ghost Marchers. She is going for that Dawnbringer and go into more of that carry style of Defiler. So for now we have Torture with the Soul Trap. See if he builds into a Gnome's Wisdom and then eventually an Icon of the Goddess, which is what I'm expecting Volka to do. He might throw a tablet in there somewhere, but he likes the Gnome's Wisdom into either the Storm Spirit or the Icon as his follow-up. So we have Deadwood smoking up here in the top lane, trying to hunt down that Forsaken Archer, but as we can see, she is currently in the mid lane. So Deadwood is being very patient here. See if he's able to hunt the target that he wants. They do have the Master's Call to kind of prevent Forsaken Archer from going down as well. They're trying to get the catch here on this Midas. The stun from Rally will land. He's going to use a defensive warp here. And it looks like they didn't want to use that Rally Slam, so that might come at a cost here. As he will actually make the escape. Do they know Deadwood is up here? Looks like they have an idea. They're trying to hunt for him. He's got that clear cutting up once again. Mex will TP on out from the trees as we had Veiled Rot on the Bombardier. They were trying to hunt, but they're more or less grouped up now as 5 here in the top lane. So this is giving Torture some breathing room, as well as Defiler some time to pick up some farm where she's trying to work on this tier 1 tower here in the mid lane. She's getting very close to her completed Dawnbringer now. Defiler gonna go in here. There's the slam from Rally. They were baiting it all along. So they will get that 1 kill. Now they're trying to go for the 2nd kill on the Empath here. She does not have a link or a wall available, and she will go down. It is a double tap coming out for Rally. So they pick up those 2 kills. So they went for that big play, and it unfortunately did not work out in their favor. Meanwhile, bot lane, we have the Piercing Arrow is going to be used. And there's that Gnome's Wisdom picked up on the Torture. He is now almost 300 gold per minute. Master of Arms will get the invisibility rune there. Bottom lane, we have Torture going down to the Rally and the Forsaken. Deadwood, he is here though, and he wants some revenge. He's going to try to line up a punch here. Goes in with the Willowmaker. Got stunned here. There's the defensive Master's Call coming out. The crippling volley on top, and Deadwood, is he going to go down here? One more auto attack. He's going to live with 10 life. Rally, he does not have mana for another compel. The power throw is going to miss, unfortunately, on the Deadwood. It was so darn close, and Deadwood, he will survive. Bombardier, he's trying to get in range, but he's getting body blocked. There's the link from Empath onto the Bombardier. The wall comes up, but there's the airstrike going to take out the Empath, and now Master of Arms has also fallen to those ghosts from Defiler. She is leading the front lines. She does have the ultimate up for another 20 seconds, but they're going to decide to fall back here. So a big team fight engagement. Deadwood surviving on next to nothing as the power throw so close to sniping him out there. So we have Bombardier on 2,000 gold. Safe to say I think he's going to pick up a portal key here with that gold. There we go. So he now has some catch for his team. They are still hoping to get that portal key on the rally as well, as he has not really had that great of a start. He has lots of build-up items here. And he's still on 200 gold per minute. The Forsaken Archer, she's getting very close to her Geometer's Bane. She's going to most likely buy that once she gets to the 2,900 gold mark. So there's the Blessed Orb. She needs the, or maybe it's actually 3,000, as she needs both the Blessed Orb and the recipe for that Geometer's Bane. So she's going to have it here, that 900 gold recipe. Very, very powerful for her against that Silence from Defiler, as well as the Empath Link, being able to break those abilities. Not so much very good against the Deadwood and company, but we have Bombardier here with the Sticky Bomb. He's going to maybe try to line up a portal key jump here. He's going to go in, but the bomb did go off, and now this could be could backfire here. Takes a lot of damage. He's going to get a defensive compel stun, as well as the Master's Call. Defiler, she is charging in. The airstrike will do so much damage as it brings down Defiler. She does not have any magic armor. Damage from the spell shards on that airstrike is just too gnarly. Torture now in the front lines with the empath here. They're going to bring down the rally, and are they going to look to pursue any more kills here? Deadwood, he does have his Willowmaker ready to go with that portal key, but we see a complete fallback coming out here from our Hellborn side. So they will not look to take this engagement. Deadwood, he is still hunting, though. He wants a kill. He's going to run into Bombardier here. He is not going to notice it right away. He blinks in. Is he going to be able to get the stun off here? The Sticky Bomb was put on the Deadwood. And now Bombardier, he's doing his best to juke here. Torture, trying to give some vision as well. And it's just not working out here for Big Ego Crew. And while this is going on, FA is split pushing in the bot lane. She will get the tower there. Or tower down there. And they will trade the mid tier 1 for the bottom tier 1. So we see Midas picking up a Tablet of Command. Veiled Rot Rally, he will run into the entire, more or less, Legion team. Master's Call is not going to save him, unfortunately. Just too much damage coming out, and Deadwood will get another kill on the rally. He is the rally's nemesis right now. Bomb is in a really aggressive position. They're going to maybe try to defend this tower, but he decides to blink backward. Deadwood will blink in with a Rotten Grass, but very, very far for them to follow that up. There's the full Dawnbringer on the Defiler. But Forsaken Archer, she pushes the tower down here all by herself. We have Deadwood setting up to defend. Sticky Bomb is put on here onto Bombardier. He's going to land a 2-man Sticky Bomb into the airstrike. They're going to get the 1 kill onto Midas. Make it 2 kills there on the Empath. So both the supports going down. They lined up that airstrike very nicely. On top of that Sticky Bomb stun. And just like that, Bombardier is now 400 gold per minute. With, is that level 3 spell shards? I believe he's getting that level 3 sent to him now. Bottom lane, we're going to have a compel landing on the Torture. The slam is going to miss, but it's not going to matter, as there was just too much damage. We're going to pop a Veiled Rod here. He's got that level 2 Willowmaker. We'll see where he decides to go. So we have level 16 now on the Bombardier. He is same level as the FA. Deadwood will blink out defensively here. Oh, he might get caught here. He did not blink over the cliff, and that's going to cost him here. Meanwhile, Midas is split pushing the top lane. We have a Mighty Blade on Deadwood, so he's going to go for a Shrunken Head. Pretty solid item here to guarantee he gets his punch off in a team fight, as there's lots of control. We do, speaking of Shrunken Heads, have a Shrunken Head now on the Forsaken Archer. Looks like the Defiler might be going for her own Shrunken Head here. Congo are going to be worked on here by our Hellborn side, as Forsaken will start to tank that. 15% hero damage on the FA, 13% on Deadwood and Defiler.
Condor has been slain.
But FA, she is getting very scary now. She is almost 600 gold per minute. Rally is still pretty far from his portal key. He's gonna very angrily slam those creeps there. So he still needs another 700 or so. We have Tablet on the Aluna, as well as the Master of Arms. So both the supports having Tablet of Commands here. Bombardier is going to line up a solo kill here on the Torture with that sticky bomb. And they're looking to hunt him down, as the Empath Wall will give them some vision. There's the Willowmaker on top of the Empath Link. The Master's Call comes out. Do they have the damage, though, with that stun coming out from the sticky bomb? And it looks like Bombardier might actually survive here. Just a little bit too tanky, thanks to those vestments and steam boots. So he makes the escape after getting the kill on the Torture. Pretty massive deal there. Midas will blink in with the portal key, set up a transmute, but the numbers are in favor of the Hellborn side now. Defiler could be in some trouble. There is the overcharge shot. She's trying to get a return kill on the Master Run. She's going to go for the TP, but that is not going to work. And 3 players are now dead for Big Ego Crew, as they lose players in 2 different lanes there. So definitely not working out in their favor. And it's starting to get scary now. We have a 9,000 experience lead on top of a 4,500 gold lead, with I believe Hellborn having the stronger late game with that Forsaken Archer. They've already done one Conquer. They might look to try to take another one here, but perhaps force the issue here on some of these towers in the top lane, as they do have a lot of the map to grow now. But Forsaken Archer, gonna be interested to see what her next item is. Hopefully she will go for some kind of damage, as she does have a pretty defensive build here between the Whispering, Geometer's Bane, and the Shrunken. If she's able to pick up a damage item on her next item, she will become very threatening. We do have a portal key now on the Rally, so they do have a pair of portal keys between the Bomb and the Rally, as well as a pair of tablets. And we only have, we do have 2 portal keys here on both the Deadwood and the Midas. Torture sitting on another 1,400 gold. He has the fully upgraded Dreamcatcher. On top of that, Gnome's Wisdom. See if he goes for something like a Storm Spirit or a Shrunken Head as his next item. Don't think he will go for the Icon this game, as he has not really been having the greatest game. A Ward of Sight down here from the Luna. Don't know if he got spotted here by the Deadwood. I think he was just out of vision. And they used the Bound Eye immediately, and they removed that ward, so that ward doesn't last longer than 3 seconds, unfortunately. Ooh. Was Deadwood invis? I don't know if he was invis or not. He went for a kill there on the rally. Did get his Willowmaker off, but they are doing Kongor here, so he buys back for that Kongor just to make sure they don't take a engagement there. Bombardier with 4,000 gold. I want to say he's going to go for either a sheepstick or a staff here. I do feel like both would be pretty solid choices, as they do have quite a lot of lockdown for the staff to kind of just be a big threat, but also something like a sheepstick would just be very, very powerful, as we are only at the 30-minute mark, so we'll have to wait and see what he decides to go for. He's going to use the invisibility rune here. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Master Arms will avoid the impale stun, or chain reaction stun rather. But Deadwood has something to say about that TP. The Master Arms will go down. We have a Nullfire Blade picked up on the FA. Okay. That is not something I was expecting him to go for this game, as there's not really a whole lot of things to really kind of purge. But it will amplify his damage output quite well. Give him that extra utility to kind of get kills by himself. Meanwhile, mid lane, we have a fight brewing. The Link is down on the rally. He has used his Compel, and he will get Willowmakered up. So the battle between this Deadwood and Rally has just really continued. They are each other's banes. More so, Deadwood is the bane of Rally, as the the game says there. We have a Shrunken Head now on the Defiler. She's got her Dawnbringer on top of that Shrunken. She is very, very fast, especially with that Empath inside her. FA is over 600 GPM though, and the question is, can Torture and Defiler compete with a overly farmed FA? I don't know if they can. He's not choosing to upgrade the Nullfire Blade here. He's choosing to keep it on level 1. Could definitely go for the level 3 here. He needs to be careful though. The Torture is trying to get in range here. Here comes the Storm Spirit into the chain reaction stun, but he misses the chain reaction stun. I don't know, to be fair, if they could have brought down FA, just the Tort and the Defiler, but Deadwood was making his way over. And if that were the case, they might have been able to bring him down with all 3. Rally's going to go in with the Compel Stun into the Slam and the Airstrike. It is going to be a Staff of the Master, by the way. So they do use that Airstrike. Meanwhile, Master of Arms didn't quite catch what he was doing, perhaps trying to get a ward off, but he makes the escape here with the Master's Call and the Tablet. So again, the lead continues to grow for our Hellborn side. They're at a 9,000 gold and 10,000 experience lead now. So it was a Storm Spirit on the Torturer. We have a Storm Spirit on the Aluna, a Sand Scepter on the Master of Arms. Might have been sitting on this Portal Key tablet for quite a while now. He's actually 300 gold per minute. And Deadwood, he's been trying to get his Shrunken Head, but with that buyback, does he have gold for it, or does he still need the Warhammer? I guess he still needs the Warhammer. He's kind of fallen off in terms of GBM now. So with that buyback, he kind of fell off a little bit. Oh no. Luna dice to Kongor. I missed that one. I didn't even see they were doing Kongor. So that one spawned. We should have this one's actually not up for a few minutes. But our Hellborn will get their second Kongor. Deadwood, he's gonna get compelled stun. Here comes another airstrike, and Deadwood will fall. Torture taking a good amount of damage there. There's the crippling volley, but there's the storm from Torture. The Shunken Head is popped. The piercing arrows are down, and Torture will fall. And just like that, it's 2 kills going the way of FiveBabushka. A big ego crew falling apart here. Rally gonna get another catch here on that ward of sight. Empath, he's going to get inside the Midas though. And will Mex be able to make the escape? It looks like he will be just fine. Meanwhile, Defiler is at the Legion or the Hellborn's base, but Rally, he is porting with the Luna to try to set up here. We got the tower here on the tier 3 taking a lot of pressure here. Defiler is back though with that Siphon Soul. Siphon Soul. Acid Bomb is down. There's the Sticky Bomb stun on top of the crippling poly, and he did not have the Shrunken for 50 seconds. Bombardier now in trouble, but no, it is Big Ego Crew that's in trouble. Mex, will he be able to make the escape there? The power throws, guessing, but guessing the wrong direction, unfortunately. But here comes Deadwood with a Willowmaker onto FA. I didn't think Big Ego Crew was looking to turn this fight, but here is Torture with the Impalement and the Torment activated, but he is going to have to Storm Spirit himself, and Deadwood, he will fall as a champion. A newer streak coming out for Forsaken Archer. And Torture falls as well. There is going to be the concede vote, and game number 1 will go to FiveBabushka here at around the 37-minute mark with their Forsaken Archer at almost 700 gold per minute. So that will do it here for game number 1. We will go on a break here and hopefully be back with a game number 2.